Welcome back to Kimchi Crawl with our Mountain Dwarf Fighter. Last time when we left off we just got into lair and there's the hive over here, but I probably won't do hive because I don't have any poison resistance, so we'll ignore that. Here's our first Hydra. I want to kill the spiny frog before it gets here. Didn't manage it. Okay. Fortunately only a 4-headed Hydra, so it wasn't too bad. On the last head you can just use a regular weapon and it'll kill it without it regenerating. So we're up to 10 wonder cards and our Sage effect has expired. So I'm willing to do another draw on that. Triple draw, deck of wonder. What do we got? Mercenary, Alchemist, and the Trowel. So the Trowel, that can create a Mystic Portal, which can include something like the Gauntlet that we missed in the last one. So let's go for that. And we got a Bazaar, which is good because we have a lot of money, I think. That's not the right thing. We have 3,000 gold, so yeah, a Bazaar is not a bad one to get. I probably would have preferred to get something like another Gauntlet, but there could be a really amazing shop in here, so let's check it out. Okay, lots of healing. I don't want to buy anything until I've seen all the shops. Lots of armor. Glowing gloves, ruined cloak. I'm not too interested in the artifacts because it's only scale mail, but the glowing chainmail actually might be good. Books, which I don't really care about, and weapons. There's a ruined broadaxe. I definitely want to buy that. Broadaxe. So there's one-handed weapons and two-handed weapons, and because I'm using a shield, I want to use a one-handed weapon. And broadaxes are the best one-handed axe type. So I definitely want to buy the broadaxe. That's really nice. And it's electrocution, which is one of the best brands at this stage in the game. Less so in the later game, but by the time that we get to the late game we probably have found more broadaxes and scrolls of brand weapon. I think I'd rather get armor than potions. So let's buy the gloves and the cloak. Maybe also the scarf. So let's see, cloak is poison resistance, perfect. We might actually be able to run back and do the hive. Gloves are just +2, and the scarf is Scarf of Shadows, which not too interested in. That just reduces your line of sight by 1, which sounds like a bad thing if you're familiar with other roguelikes, but in Crawl, line of sight is reciprocal. So if you can't see an enemy, they can't see you. Let's get the glowing chainmail as well. +1 of cold resistance, so that's 22/7 AC EV, 24/6. So it's slightly worse. With the plate we have a total of 30, with the chainmail we would have a total of 29, but I do like having the cold resistance, so I think I'll keep that. I mean, I've got so much gold I might as well just buy the artifact armors as well, because you never know, they might be incredible. They're quite cheap as well. Let's see, +5, -MR, not interested. And +1, that one's okay, has resist fire. I'll drop our leather armor of fire resistance in favour of that. I don't think I'm ever going to use this -MR one, because it's really important to have magic resistance. And is there anything else in here? No. So let's just buy some potions and then we're out of here. I'll buy potions of cancellation, they can come in handy. Right, that was pretty successful. We got a good weapon out of that and some nice armor. Let's remove curse and swap back to the chainmail of cold resistance, which means we can also drop this leather armor of cold resistance and the plate armor. I'm never going to use the Scarf of Shadows either, actually. Okay, I think that works. Let's head back and see if we can get to the hive before it closes, which I think we definitely should. So yep, poison resistance now, cool. And with this axe, hive should be pretty easy, but I don't want to get overconfident and die to a bunch of bees, because that would just be embarrassing. So we'll take it slow. Let's go intelligence for our stat boost. After this point we'll probably just start pumping dexterity. We're going to have enough strength by level 27, which is the final one, because as a dwarf we get strength every 4 level ups anyway. So even with the poison resistance they are doing a fair amount of damage. I need to kind of sit here for a while, I think. Let's back up. Let's back way up. There is a queen bee somewhere in here, and she can make regular bees berserk, which makes them deal 50% more damage, I think, and also haste them. And I'm dying to all these bees, which is not good. Okay, good. We can just sit here. Okay. So let's see if we can make our way down to the bottom now. I think we've probably... oh, well, there she is. Probably cleared out most of the bees by now. I think there's also a ruined door here and at the side. Ruined doors just don't allow you to auto-explore through them, usually because they have a dangerous monster behind them, and also monsters can't open them. We do have a ring of corrosion resistance, and I think there's only one Oclob plant in here. These guys just spit acid at you, which is dangerous because acid can corrode your armor, which then means that you take more damage on the next hit. But with only one of them, I'm happy to risk it. Plus we can always just step out of the room. There's a staff here which I will wield just to see what it is. Staff of Energy I don't care about. If it was a Staff of Wizardry I might hang on to it, because staves of Wizardry make it easier for you to cast spells, and that could be useful. Let's check out this ring of stealth. Not useful, but I've got a spare ring slot, so why not? And I'll identify... I pressed the wrong key. I was going to identify that scroll just in case it was something useful, but it was vulnerability, which is circumstantially useful, but otherwise not really, so that's fine. Oh, we've got 11. I know exactly what these potions are. I don't need to identify those. We've picked up 11 of these potions in this little branch, and they're always going to be ambrosia, which confuses you but also gives you a powerful regeneration effect. So that's fine. And it looks like in this one there wasn't actually another ruined door. Sometimes there's like a trail of water off to one of these side paths here, which will lead to another ruined door with some wasps behind it. But not this time. Anyway, that was Hive. We got about 12 or 13 rations out of it, I think, which is nice. Wand of Digging. Actually, there was another wand back in that shop ages ago that I forgot to buy. We haven't identified harm yet. Or, well, Faith is equally bad. Well, not actually on Nemelex. It doesn't matter too much, but not worth wearing. Let's quickly go back and buy that wand. It is teleportation, which is good. A ruined robe is not something I'm interested in, even if it's a nice ego, because as a melee fighter we want AC. This new axe is very nice though, we're just tearing through everything. And what do I want to sacrifice? I want to sacrifice armor, because I'm already full up on destruction and summoning. A wand of acid with 12 charges, that's pretty good. Again, that's the nice thing about Nemelex, is that you want to chain evocations for your god abilities, but also it doubles up on just regular evocables that you pick up. Okay, so there's layer 1 done. A ruined war axe, I don't care about, the broad axe is going to be better. Here's some blink frogs. These guys are like that Prince Rupert unique we fought last time, but a bit beefier. They shouldn't be any problem though. I'll back up a little bit just in case there's something out of sight that's dangerous. I don't want to have a Hydra coming towards me when I'm on low health. Like that. Hydras aren't too bad if you've got a weapon of flaming and you get them by themselves. New ring, let's wear that over the ring of stealth. Ring of fire. So rings of fire give you fire resistance, but they give you cold vulnerability. And because we have cold resistance from our armor, what that means is we lose our cold resistance, but we gain fire resistance. So that ring is worth hanging on to. If I didn't have cold resistance, I'd probably still hang on to it, but I'd be more wary about using it. I think in Lair, I'm probably more likely to run into fire enemies than I am cold enemies, so I'll keep it on for now. If I run into a cold enemy, I can just take that ring off. I'll pick up these Atropa darts. These can blind the enemy, although it is based on your throwing skill, so I probably don't have much of a chance of it actually working. I'll sacrifice that noise scroll as well. That'll contribute towards Dex of Wonder. Let's see, if I were to throw 41% to blind, and then you can get sneak stabs on them. In the message area, you can see you strike the helpless crocodile from behind. So they are useful, but I think I would have to train throwing for them to be actually useful against difficult enemies. I can also sacrifice the ring of stealth. He didn't give me any wonder for that. That's a shame. But yeah, I might want to consider training a little bit more throwing. You can see that the cost of it to gain 1 level is only 3.6. So compared to the skills that we're currently training, which are all around a cost of 10, it's pretty cheap. I might get it up to, let's get it up to like 6. We can just tab through these guys with our broad axe of electrocution. Well, I'm a liar. First enemy that we encountered that was elemental was actually ice themed. I want to sacrifice the robe. And I also want to identify this potion. Berserk, I don't care about, we can just get rid of that. Electric eels can be dangerous, but we've got a wand of flame, which will do well against them. It causes steam to appear on their tile, which is unavoidable damage, so that's pretty nice. More frogs. Let's lead them back a little bit actually. There's a alarm trap over there, and if an enemy steps on a trap, the effects happen to you, which is quite unfair, but that's how it works. So I don't really want one of those frogs to step on the trap and then the whole level knows where we are. Scroll of Immolation, I don't think I will sacrifice that, but I'll put it in the bag. We might want to use that later, depending on how much fire resistance I get. Here's another Hydra. Let's just lead it back a little bit so that we don't get interrupted. We can get our axe of flaming on him. And I just want to change that broad axe to be on A. Actually, there's no reason for it now because I don't have the sling anymore. Well, whatever. I think it's the second potion of mutation that we found on this level. I don't think I spoke about this. These will give you beneficial mutations, well, at least one beneficial mutation, but it's better to just hang on to them because later in the game there's a lot of enemies that mutate you, and it's nice to be able to get rid of those negative mutations. I'd rather be able to get rid of a negative mutation than risk drinking a potion of mutation and maybe getting a good positive one. Ringmail or sacrifice. 18 Dex of Escape. Here's a MR related enemy. 50% chance of petrifying us, which is not great. Okay, he got us, and also there's a Komodo dragon coming our way. Let's just summon some friends. We got a summoned longsword. Just moving away from that alarm trap. Well, there's our first branch, or not branch, sub-branch I guess, of Lair, Spider's Nest. And I'm low on health, so I don't want to fight the Hydra right now. Is that a separate Hydra? 7-headed Hydra? It could be the same one. Let's try softening him up a little bit. And it looks like there's a little forest over here. Well, that's what I was talking about before. One of those elephants stepped on the alarm trap and now the whole level knows where we are. But these little forested areas are sometimes special rooms that appear in Lair, and that might be where the elephants came from. Let's summon some friends. Okay, it's the swamp entrance. These leeches appear at the swamp entrance, so let's summon some more friends. That one was hostile, this guy down here, but that should be fine. Oh dear, this is turning bad. These death yaks are very tanky, and they can hit for up to 30 damage. I'll stay here a little bit longer. Actually no, I'm gonna bail. I don't want to walk right past Spider's Nest because sometimes There are trapdoor spiders, which I think can conceal themselves. Where's the stair? Up there. Let's see if we can bring this guy up with us, and he's doing a lot of damage. Let's use the box of beasts. You can deal with him. He's not doing very well as a distraction, but he helped us kill it, so that's fine. Let's go down a different set of stairs. We haven't gotten down these ones yet. Ooh. Dire elephant as well. This is only layer 4. Usually you don't see those guys until the very last level. Let's summon another friend. I think... no, we can't bring him down with us. And we have turned to stone. That was a bad move. At least turning into stone... I was going to say it increases your AC, but I don't think it actually did. Okay, you guys can take care of that guy. Nice. And I can run away. Let's go back to... where was this one leading to? That led to that stair. That's probably better. Let's just wait for the death yak to come to us. I think we should be able to take this one out, starting on full health. We can just stair dance them up and take them out one by one. Let's make our way back to the stair before we start fighting this guy, given that we know there's a whole bunch of other stuff on this level. I wonder if I can blind this guy. 3%, okay. So these probably aren't that useful. I don't know if it's worth training throwing. If I did train throwing to use those, I think I'd have to train it quite a bit. Let's bring him up a little bit actually, because I think there's still some death yaks around. He breathes out these dust clouds, which petrify you if you stay in them for more than one turn. So it's fine for him to hit us with them, as long as we don't stay in them. But he's not actually that tough. There's the swamp entrance. I'll just check. Okay, not a mimic. With lair you always get one water themed branch and one poison themed branch. So our poison themed branch is spider and our water themed branch is swamp. Which is probably honestly what I would have preferred. I think those two are easier for this character at least. We can take rings of stealth off of auto pickup. Probably also rings of magical power, fire, dexterity, rage, faith. Okay. Yeah. And there's also the slime pits, and there's Jiva, who is a special sort of god. Very, very rarely the altar for Jiva can spawn early in the game, but usually you find it either here or at the end of the slime pits. I'm not going to be worshipping Jiva. Nemelix is too good. Well, there's another basilisk. Hopefully he doesn't petrify us right away. Cursed ring of teleportation. Let's just get rid of that. And not on auto pickup, so that's what I want. Oh yeah, 9 wonder cards. Triple draw. Let's see what we've got. Experience, the Alchemist experience. Well, that's a bit sad. So we've wasted 1 experience card, but we can just draw 1 anyway. So this brings us up 1 level, and also we get an experience to put towards a skill. I don't think it's as much as you would get from a potion of experience, but it's still a nice boost. Let's just do throwing, because we want to get that to 6. Actually no, throwing's kind of useless, I've decided. Let's do fighting and axes to get them almost to 13. And there we go, we've reached level 14. So that was nice, and we can just triple draw again. Trowel, Bargain, Sage. I think I want to do Trowel. Okay, cool, we got a gauntlet. So now I can actually show this off. So with this gauntlet, there's a whole bunch of rooms with teleporters leading to them, and you kind of have to pick the route that you want to take. So it looks like we start back here. This room has a shining eye in it, which mutates you. I wonder if they can see invisible. It can see invisible. I don't really want to be mutated, but I could also block that with summons. So that might be doable. That leads to this corrosion room. None of these guys see invisible. Although I've just realised I don't actually have any potions of invisibility, so that's kind of a moot point. And then the last room is just a hellhound and some abominations. And the loot for all of those is mutation, a ring, and what was this one? A scarf and some gold. Okay, what about this top one? That's poison themed, and then electricity themed. It has a hat. I really want a hat. And then the last one is another hell themed one. I think the top one looks better in terms of loot, and might also be a bit easier. So is there any buff I want to apply before I go in there? Poison or paralysis or slowing. So these guys do have the dangerous poison. I wish I had a wand of clouds or something. I might summon something to help me out. Okay, there we go. This is working. Scroll of teleportation. We don't need a crystal bowl of energy, we can just sacrifice that. Can I bring this guy with us? We actually can, that's nice. This is a very easy room, these guys aren't any danger. We get our nice glowing hat. +0 hat of intelligence, cool. Unfortunately, because it's +0, we don't actually get any AC from it, but still, a little bit of intelligence is nice, I guess. And in this room, potion of speed, a ring, and identify, and we end up down there. I think this room should be doable as well. Okay, so that was pretty easy, that gauntlet. We just need to be careful. Oh, it's an artifact ring. We just need to be careful around the Minotaur. Minus RF on the ring though, that's unfortunate. It has resist electricity on it, so I think I'll keep it, but it's not something I want to wear all the time. If it didn't have the minus RF, it might be. Okay, so the Minotaur is dangerous. We've got to be careful around him. Wand of teleportation and a +5 War Axe of Elec. I wonder if we can just deal 4 destruction cards and blast him. Yeah, why not? Let's just see what happens. Well, we did a fair amount of damage. Let's just finish him off with Ice Blast, I guess, because he can't dodge it. Cool. And he dropped some silver javelins for us. The +5 War Axe, I don't think I want. and I don't want anything else he had, so we can just get rid of that. And let's see what's on here. Another lightning rod, a ring mail, a thin jeweled staff, which I'll check. Well, we've run out of inventory room. So the nice thing about Kimchi Crawl is that you can actually just dump everything into your little bag of holding. So let's dump enchant armor, identify, remove curse, enchant weapon. Don't need ambrosia. Actually, we can probably just sacrifice ambrosia. Lig, mutation. Let's put all of that in there. Let's sacrifice ambrosia, which is likely to give us wonder cards because they're potions. Now let's check out the staff just in case it is wizardry. Nope, summoning. Okay, let's sacrifice that. And I don't care about this stuff either. I've already got a lightning rod, which is the same amount of charges. Alright, so that was good. Interesting. I think this is a bug in Kimchi Crawl. Because the first gauntlet we encountered was on this floor, it's put us back, exiting the gauntlet onto this floor, which I don't think it was meant to. Let's just try triple drawing again. Sage, Alchemist, Sage. Let's go Sage. Studious about fighting. That's a very good one to be studious about. Okay, back down to Lair. Here we go. I feel like there's something I forgot to do. Don't know what it is though. I'm sure it'll come to me if it's important. These guys are susceptible to poison. It's usually easier just to poison them than to fight them normally. I got marked again. Let's take off the Ring of Fire because there's an ice drake there. And we can back up towards the stairs. Ooh, these guys might... Yep. Elephants can trample you, which pushes you backwards, so they pushed me off the stair there. I think I'll just draw Destruction and hope for the Storm. Bowl Lightning. I guess that also works. Actually, this is pretty dangerous, looks like. I might want to teleport away. But I'm marked, so I don't really want to teleport away. Let's quaff a Might and just kill everything. And let's put back on the... I've already got it on. I think I forgot to actually take it off. Oh, this is really bad. The Dream Sheep can make you fall asleep. How do I kill these guys? I think we just deal 4 of destruction again. This might kill me. Everything's blowing up. That was a very close call. Wait, what am I... Dealing the orb. I don't want to abort. Let's shoot the orb at you. And let's get the hell out of here. That was a close call. As soon as I got marked, I should have just tried to leave as quickly as possible. Let's go down a different stair. Yeah, the elephants pushing you off the stair is something that's very dangerous if you need to run away and you forget about it. We've got 3 wonder cards. We can triple draw again. I'll wait until Sage runs out though. I don't know how it interacts if you get a second Sage. I don't know if it cancels the first one. Tin of Tremor Stones isn't evocable, but I think it's usually pretty crap, so I'll just sacrifice it. We can put the enchant weapon in the bag to save on room. And the identifier we can also put in the bag. Here's a broad axe. I kind of want to... I'll pick that up and put it in the bag as well, just in case we find a scroll of brand weapon and I want to try it out, because I don't really want a brand weapon on my current axe because this is a good brand already. Okay, got the fire resistance on. Here's another... Oh yeah, we never ended up... No, yeah, we did end up killing the dire elephant. Manticore as well. I think I might summon a friend to help us out a little bit. Sage has run out. Let's try another... Well, let's rest first. Let's try another triple draw of wonder. Let's go experience. We'll go fighting. Oh, we hit level 15 as well. Oh wait, no. Yeah, that always happens. What am I saying? Let's go dexterity. And triple draw wonder again. Let's go experience again. Why not? We'll go axes. And how many decks of wonder do I have? 2 left. I'll wait until I get 3. Actually, can I triple draw on 2? I think I can. I guess it's just more dangerous because if you end up with 2 shuffles. But yeah, this is why Nemelex can be really, really good. We just got 3 experiences in a row, so we've jumped up 3 levels. Let's just go... We'll go evocations actually. There we go, yeah, all the way up to experience level 17. I don't really need potions of magic either, I can just sacrifice those. Another dream sheep. Kill him with extreme prejudice. Let's try the lightning rod. I think I just saw another dream sheep. Oh no, the snail. These guys make you slow when they're on screen, which isn't too bad as long as you're not walking around. Sack of spiders is a good evocable, so I'll pick that up. Got my ring on. Orange crystal statue. This is dangerous. This is one of the enemies I was talking about that can drain your intelligence. I don't really want to deal with him. It used to be that you could blow up statues really easily with Wands of Disintegration, but I think we used up all the charges of our Wand of Disintegration last time, and I don't know if it works anymore. I think it might have been changed, although I'm not sure if it was retained in Kimchi Crawl, that change. Let's just skirt around all this stuff. Is there anything on that island I actually want? Not really. Okay, so that's all good. Okay. Oh yeah, that was actually the bottom of Lair as well. I guess there's usually an end vault, which I guess is what this thing was. But it wasn't very difficult, less difficult than the end vaults normally are. Or maybe we're just a beefy character. I should probably actually enchant this axe, because a broad axe is the best I'm going to be able to get. and there's no sense hanging on to these hoping for a better brand later. So there we go, let's just enchant that up. And I wish I had some magic resistance, because then I could do Orc. I still can do Orc, but it's more dangerous. Let's go finish off the dungeon, I think. Where am I? Fixing up corrupted place info for lair. I think this is a bug in Kimchi Crawl where, because we found that gauntlet and then I went into a gauntlet on this level of lair, it corrupted the level information and then had to regenerate the level. So I think this is an entirely new level, which means that we could theoretically scum it for more items and stuff, but I feel that would be a bit cheap. So I'm just going to look for an upstair and leave as soon as possible, if this Catoblepus will let me. And let's put back on that. Okay, let's get out of here. Away from this cursed level. Actually, was that the level where we found Spider and Snake? It was. No, Spider and Swamp, sorry. I wonder how that works. We might need to check that actually, because the game is telling me that Spider and Swamp should be on this level, and they're not going to be, I think. I might need to go into wizard mode to finish this game if that's the case. Well, that demon is not friendly. Yeah, I'll just quickly check this level and see if I can find Spider and Swamp. Unfortunately, I am getting extra experience that I shouldn't be getting, but I mean, I'm playing Nemelix anyway, so I shouldn't be too skewed away from where I'm meant to be. Okay, so there is Swamp in this level. Presumably that means that Spider is also generated here. So the game hasn't screwed itself up. I don't think Kimchi Crawl is being actively developed anymore, so it's unlikely that this bug will be fixed, which is unfortunate. Have we seen Spider yet? I don't think we have. Ah, okay, there it is. Yep, okay, so we do have the proper branches, just in different locations. Alright, so game bugged out a little bit, but not catastrophically. And I kind of ended up breaking my promise of not using things on this level. But whatever. Okay, back to dungeon. And we can finish off dungeon and I think we'll stop there. And I'm not really afraid of anything in dungeon at this point. We got 3 extra levels on top of where we were meant to be thanks to Nemelix. We got this broad axe of electrocution, so we're doing really well. Nothing in here should really be a danger. And if it is, we just do the old summon a billion friends to help us, like our trusty +5 Demon Trident of Electrocution friend. Ambrosia, I decided I was just going to sacrifice. We got more wonder from that. Let's triple draw. That was the wrong thing, but it worked out. I don't want to go in a gauntlet again because I'm afraid it'll bug the game out more. So let's not. Triple draw, wonder. Experience. Let's get more evocations. That's always handy with Nemelex. And let's go dexterity. And how many dex of wonder? Just one. Don't want to draw that in case it's shuffle. See Invisible is a useful ring to keep, so let's keep it, but I probably won't wear it all the time. It's probably worth training some dodging at this point. Our strength is pretty high, so we're not likely to have any reasonable penalty from the armor. And our dex is okay. Even though we've got a -1 aptitude to dodging, the cost of it to increase is still 12 times less than the cost to increase armor. So I think I'll put a stop on armor for the moment. And let's focus dodging until, let's say, level 10. Even if you're in a heavy armor character, it's still good to train a bit of dodging. Another ring of invisibility. We can just sacrifice that one. Okay, that's this level done. Did we miss anything? Nope. Or at least not anything I really care about. We're capped out on all of our decks, so we only really need to sacrifice wonder-related items. Okay, well here's something invisible. Let's just close that door so that the Centaur Warrior has to walk up to us instead of shooting us. Here are the vaults. They have their little welcome party. Nothing too dangerous, but I'm going to summon a friend anyway. We only got one Hellhound, so let's summon more friends. There we go, that's more like it. Oh, that thing back there is dangerous. They have smite for more than Orc Priests, I'm pretty sure, so it's stuck out of line of sight. And hopefully it can make its way towards us. It can't. This is what javelins are good for. Because they pierce through enemies, we can take it out even though we don't have a direct line to it. Oh, there's two of them. Can I get both of them in the same javelin throw? Oh, there's a lot of them actually. This is turning really bad. Do they see invisible? They don't. So if things go really bad, I can turn invisible. Oh wow, we got a Panlord. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, I think, in the first video. Just Nemelex being fantastic. We're not even very high evocation, only 14, and we managed to summon a Panlord out to help us. Kill this one. Very good. And that only took us, like, what, 2 decks of summoning. I'll pick up another broadaxe, just in case we want to brand a whole bunch of them for some reason. I wonder if our shields are good enough to wear this large shield now. So our evasion is 10, shields are 14. If we wear the large shield, 8, 20. So we get +6 to our shields. I think that's probably worth it. Let's put the regular shield back in the bag. 3 wonder cards. Let's steal wonder. Bargain, trowel, bargain. I think bargain just gives you a discount in shops. Which, maybe if I was about to do Orc would be handy, but I'm not because I don't have any MR, so let's go with the trowel and hope that it's not a gauntlet. Excellent, a Bailey. These can sometimes have potions of experience at the end, although I don't think this one does. Let's get behind this door. And we do have potions of flight, we can just fly over and kill those guys. and I want to get over to this one quickly before my flight runs out. So this is one of the smaller Baileys. The longer ones can have a series of rooms which get progressively harder, and then at the end there's usually like a warlord and he's guarding a potion of experience or a manual or something. The loot in this one isn't quite as good, but we still ended up getting an artifact ring from the looks of it, so that's nice. Not a very nice ring though, has corrode on it. Other than that, it's pretty much perfect. I guess that's a better swap than the other ring, because it has resist fire plus on it rather than resist fire minus. Yeah, Aralek, Arpoise, resist fire plus, and the other ring is the same but with resist fire minus. So let's just drop this ring and get rid of it. And that one didn't bug out on us. Why did I read that? I was just talking about how I should use it on the other broad axes. That's a bit annoying. That was dumb of me. At least now we know what that scroll is, so that won't happen again. I will sacrifice that ring. There's a little hell island. Can we get over there? Oh, they're trapped. They're stuck on their little island. Here's a ghost. What's in this room? Potion of speed is nice. And that ring is new. Nothing in here is terribly dangerous, but the Moths of Wrath can berserk everything around them. And I don't need anything in there, so let's just leave it. Okay, that's this level done. That stuff is in the vault. Down to the next one. I think the shield is actually helping out quite a bit. We were blocking a lot of those attacks from the Hydra. Unfortunately it does... How do you see it again? Yeah, it does mess with your attack speed a little bit. You can see there, your attack speed is average and is slowed by your insufficient shield skill. But I think the protection is worth it, especially because if we find anything really dangerous, we're just going to summon stuff anyway. So I think this character cares more about defense than it does attack. I wish I had some magic resistance though. Probably shouldn't have been fighting 3 of those guys at once, but it worked out. What are those? +2 pair of golem gauntlets. Golem parts. Golem parts. Very interesting. I've never seen these artifacts before. I really kind of want... Yeah, I do want them though. Aralek, our poison. The only thing our current armor is giving us is cold resistance. A crystal golem is dangerous, but I can just spam a billion decks of summoning. I think I'm going to try it. Okay, let's open the door. Step back, get a bit of space, see if we can summon enough to take him out. Oh yeah, easy. Nemelex is just too good. Although these iron golems are a bit dangerous. Okay, cool. Yeah, interesting. I've never seen these before. I don't know if they're a Kimchi Crawl edition or a standard Crawl edition that I just haven't seen because I haven't played standard Crawl for a while. Okay, so AC at the moment 24, EV 9. All parts of Golem armor are assembled into one, ready to activate. What does that mean? Do I have a new ability? Evoke Golem armor. What does that do? Enhance the wearer's strength amidst a sturdy force field. Resistance to negative energy and petrification, but makes you vulnerable to shattering. That's cool. Let's just keep this. That's entertaining. It also gives a spirit shield, which is nice. So that means that our magic pool is added to our health pool. And because we're a melee character, we don't really care about our magic pool anyway. We can just get rid of all this stuff now, I think. I'll keep the cold resistance and the RF armor. I might keep the hat of intelligence as well, just in case we need to put it on to save ourselves from brainlessness. But that's cool. I've never found that before. And it brought us up quite a bit, 33 AC. We dropped our evasion a little bit, but that's fine. In fact, how heavy is this armor? I should have checked that. Encumbrance rating of 18, which isn't too bad. So it's probably still worth training a little bit of dodging. In fact, let's just focus on dodging for a bit. I do want to keep shields on. Louise, she can banish you. 61% chance of banishment. Very dangerous. Here's the strategy. We summon something, get behind it as soon as we can. Can we... Okay, line of sight is blocked. Summon more things to continue blocking line of sight. Kill her. Perfect. We wasted a few decks, a few cards there, but we've got 26 and it's very easy to get summoning because you kill monsters, they all drop corpses and corpses give you summoning, so that's fine. So yeah, very good strategy when you have access to lots of summons to deal with that sort of enemy. Just pile up summons between you and it so it can't actually get to you. I kind of want to try out this golem armor thing. So currently 33.8, 43.2, and it gives us resist negative, and it did something else, didn't it? Resist negative energy and petrification, so we can actually stand in these dust clouds now and we won't be petrified. Yeah, that's cool. Does it also change the encumbrance? No, it just drops our evasion. Yeah, I like that. Very entertaining. Let's summon a friend. And here we go, last level of the main dungeon. So I think we'll clear this out and then we'll stop. Well, that was easier than expected. Usually these end rooms are a little bit more dangerous. We can sacrifice that book because we've learned it already. More wonder, more experience. Yeah, why not? Let's go dodging. That brought us up to 9 evasion from 8. We've shot up like 5 levels alone in this video just from experience cards, I think, which is pretty crazy. Nemelex is just fantastic. I think there's an Ogre Mage here. Something went invisible. Does he have banishment? No. Okay, cool. I guess I'll keep the Ring of Invisibility, See Invisibility on while we're fighting him. And we're full up on all of our decks again. So yeah, like we drew 4 summoning before to deal with all those golems, and we're already back to full. Oh, Agnes. Very fast, can hit for 30 damage. I wonder if I can net her with the sack of spiders. If I get her to walk into that web. She didn't walk into it. Well, that worked out anyway. New ring, which is not good. Let's get rid of that. Oh, well, we've only got... Oh no, all of the scrolls are in the bag, that's why. Okay, let's get rid of that and put back on resist corrosion, and we are done. Okay, so there we go, we finished off all of dungeon. Next step is probably orc or one of the lair branches like swamp or spider. Probably spider, I feel like would be a good choice. Or swamp. I mean, they're both equally easy for this character. We don't really want to do orc yet because we're still lacking magic resistance. I should not be wearing this ring anymore, actually. It's giving me vulnerability to cold. Yep. Alright, yeah, so that's it for now. Thanks for watching. See you next time.